Hello SYBA Special English student friends. In today's lecture under the skill enhancement course in the subject of mastering communication skills, we are going to discuss the topic accepting and declining the invitation. Friends, the very aim of this topic, accepting and declining invitation, is that to develop students' ability to extend polite invitations, to accept invitations courteously, and to decline them tactfully. This is the aim of this topic. Friends, the sounds of English come together to form words we know, and words are combined to form meaningful sentences that convey a complete thought or that convey a complete meaning. By making statements or asking questions or expressing wonder, joy, sadness, or disgust. However, language is also used to perform several communicative functions. Language is used to perform different and several communicative functions. We use language to ask for directions. We use language to make a request. We use language for apologizing or to congratulate someone. Thus, proficiency in performing these language functions in English is a very important part of learning to speak the language. Friends, as we know, language exists in, or language has two forms, obviously written form and spoken form. And conversation is a type of spoken language. We can consider conversation as a type of spoken language. A conversation can be defined as informal talk. It is a medium in which we exchange our feelings, our thoughts, or our ideas with our friends or with our family members in a very friendly manner. Friends, conversation differs from talk, which is a general term. Talk is a general term, meaning the activity of speaking. The meaning of the very word talk means, or it refers to, the activity of speaking. Talk is unidirectional. Talk is unidirectional, or it is an informal speech directed at a particular listener or directed at an audience, whereas conversation is a two-way activity or a two-way process. Conversation, in conversation there is speaker and there is listener. Listener becomes speaker and speaker becomes listener. This is how the conversation is. It is a two-way process, or conversation is a two-way or a kind of communication in which speaker speaks and listener listens, and then listener speaks and speaker listens. So this is a two-way communication. Friends, in the very focus of our today's lecture is how to accept and how to decline invitation. First, we are going to discuss some of the useful expressions, how to invite people on different occasions for different purposes. Some of the useful expressions we are going to discuss now, of expressions of invitations. There are two types. There are obviously few types of invitations. For example, neutral invitation, or formal invitation, or informal invitation. Neutral sort of invitation, formal and informal sort of invitation. Here we have some examples of neutral invitation. For example, would you like to come? At the end there is interrogatory mark. The sentence is beginning with would, so and ending with interrogatory mark. Obviously this is kind of a neutral sort of question. Would you like to come? For example, the neutral invitation, would you like to come? Second expression, I would very much like to, I would very much like you to come. The third expression, you will come, won't you? A fourth expression, won't you come? Friends, these are the expressions, these are the neutral expressions of invitation. In the very first expression, observing the interrogative mark at the end, that is a kind of question. Would you like to come? Second is, I would very much like to, or I would very much like you to come to my party, or you will come, won't you, or won't you come? These are the neutral expressions of invitations. Friends, there are informal type of invitation, or there are informal expressions of invitation. The very first we can see on the screen, that is, what about having lunch with us? Interrogative mark. If your friends is making an invitation to you, informal way, in an informal way, he or she can ask you, or he can express such an example, what about having lunch with us? The second expression, come and have lunch with us. Come and have lunch with us. Third expression, why don't you have lunch with us? Fourth expression, like to have lunch with us, or you must have lunch with us. Among the 5 expressions, in 4 of the expressions, at the end of the expression there is interrogative mark. So this is an informal interrogative sort of invitation. In the very first expression, what about having lunch with us? Your friend is asking you, for example, in an informal way, what about having lunch with us in the evening, or tomorrow? What about having lunch with us tomorrow, or what about having lunch with us today? Okay. Second example, come and have lunch with us. This is a kind of informal kind of invitation. Please come, or come and have lunch with us. Why don't you have lunch with us? Interrogative. Why don't you? Means the suggested meaning is that you please come, join us and have lunch with us, enjoy lunch with us. Like to have lunch with you? You like to have lunch with us? This is again a kind of informal invitation. You must have lunch with us. This is a kind of, must means there is some force, there is some intensity in the invitation we can find over here. You must have lunch with us. A very, forceful or very forceful sort of invitation this is, friends, there is another type of invitation, a formal invitation. This is formal invitation, third type of. These are the 4 expressions of formal invitation. If you have to invite your friend formally, if you are going to invite someone who is elder to you or someone who is senior to you, or if you are going to invite someone from your office, someone who is your, who is in a higher authority, so there you can use a formal language of invitation, and this way you can make invitation. We should be very pleased if you could have lunch with us. This is a formal expression of invitation. We should, or I should, we should be very pleased. I should be very pleased if you could have lunch with us. A formal kind of invitation for lunch this is. Second expression, we should be delighted, or I should be delighted, we should be delighted if you were able to come for lunch with us. What a formal expression this is, formal invitation. We should be delighted if you were able to come for lunch with us. In this way we can make formal invitation. The third expression of formal invitation over here is, Would you care to have lunch with us? Would you care to have lunch with us? This is what, very in a very polite way we can say, or very politely or very formally, a person is inviting. Would you care to have lunch with us? Definitely the answer will be, if the person is ready, the person whom the invitation is given, if ready, will say, oh yes, obviously it will be my pleasure. Yeah, definitely I care. The answer will be, definitely I care to have lunch with us. The fourth expression over here, perhaps you would care to have lunch with us. Perhaps would you care to have lunch with us? So there is the word very, perhaps, is used over here in a formal way. If the person is free, the person has time, whom the invitation is given, will definitely accept the invitation and will come. Surely I would care to have lunch with us. So these are the different, ways, different expressions of invitation. We should be very pleased if you could have lunch with us. We should be delighted if you were able to come for lunch with us. Would you care to have lunch with us? Perhaps you would care to have lunch with us. In these different ways we can make formal invitation. Friends, after discussing this formal, informal or neutral sort of invitation, now we have another point of discussion, how to accept an invitation. We are going to discuss now over here how to accept an invitation or accepting invitation. There are different ways of accepting invitations. We can use different expressions for accepting invitations by different people on different occasions, right? There are again three types or three forms of this accepting of invitation. The first is neutral or safe invitation. Neutral way of accepting invitation, formal way of accepting invitation, and informal way of accepting invitation. Let us see now neutral way of accepting or neutral type of acceptance of invitation. The very first expression over here is, thank you, I would like to. Yes, thank you, I would like to join your party, or thank you, I would like to come to your party, or thank you, I would like to join you all, or thank you, I would like to. This is the first neutral sort of expression. The second, I would like to come very much. The intensity, this phrase very much adds the intensity of coming over here. Oh, I would like to come very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Gaurav. I would like to come very much. You can use these neutral sort of way of accepting invitation by expressing these sentences. The third expression of neutral acceptance of invitation is that would be very nice. That would be very nice. I would join your party. Oh, that would be very nice. The fourth expression, with pleasure. With pleasure, I would like to join your party. With lot of pleasure, with pleasure, I would like to join your party. The fifth expression of neutral sort of acceptance is what? That sounds like a very nice idea, a wonderful idea. That sounds like a very nice idea. That sounds like a very wonderful idea. Your invitation for your birthday party to me sounds like a very nice idea. The sixth expression, I would like nothing better than this, than your invitation. I would like nothing better. This sort of neutral expression you can make while accepting invitation for something. Yes, I will. The neutral, another last way of expression is what? Yes, I will. Yes, I will join. Yes, I will come. Yes, I will enjoy. This way we can make neutral expressions of acceptance of invitation for different purposes. Sorry. Friends, the next type of acceptance of invitation is informal way. We can accept invitations in an informal way. Here are some expressions on the screen you can look at. Thank you very much for your invitation. Thank you very much. Or thanks a lot for your invitation. Or thanks a lot for inviting me to your birthday party. Second expression, I wouldn't say no. In a very double negation over here. Wouldn't and no. In a double negative form we can say, I would not say no. Definitely I would not say no for coming to your party. Third expression, great. Inviting me for your birthday party, it's really great. The fourth expression, I would love to come to your place to celebrate your birthday party. So I would love to come to your place for celebrating your party, or it's really great, or I wouldn't say no means I would say, or I would definitely say yes, it means, or thank you very much, or thanks a lot for your kind invitation. Now third way of accepting invitation is formal way. We can accept invitations formally, depend on the occasion, depend on the person who is inviting you. The first expression of formal acceptance of invitation is, I would very much like to join you, or I would very much like to join your party. I would very much like to come to your place to celebrate your party or anniversary. I would be delighted to. I would be delighted to celebrate your birthday or celebrate your birth anniversary or marriage anniversary. I would be delighted to, for example, or I would very much like to. These are the two formal expressions we can use for accepting. That's really very or most kind of you. That's really very kind of you, or that's really most kind of you. That's really very kind of you, we can express. For here, by using this expression, we are making the expression more intensive. What a splendid idea, your invitation to me, or your invitation for me. Thank you. What a splendid idea. A splendid idea. Thank you very much. That would give me great pleasure. Your invitation for your party, birthday party, or for any other purpose, that would give me great pleasure. This is, these are 5 different expressions of formal way of accepting invitation given by our friends or our office colleagues or our friends in our working place, or friends from our college, or friends, or our in a different context we can say formal sentences we can use. Especially formal sentences are used looking at the person who is inviting you. The formal way depends on the relation you have with the person who is inviting you. The age factor, gender factor, it affects the position, social position, official position of the person who is inviting you. It determines the formal and informal ways of accepting and using the language. Friends, the next subtopic of our discussion, that is declining an invitation. How to decline invitation. This is also a kind of skill. We should be very much tactful in declining the invitations, because a person who invites you hopes a lot that you should come and join the special occasion for that occasion person is inviting you. If we decline the invitations, we should be very, very tactful that the person who is inviting you should not get hurt. by your words. So we should use very delicate words, very polite words, or we should be very much tactful in declining our invitations. The very first type of declining, or the very first way, or the neutral way of declining invitation. In a neutral manner, in neutral way, we can decline invitations. The very first expression of neutral way of declining invitation is that, thank you very much, but my dear friend, I'm out of station on the very occasion of your birthday party. So I'm really, really sorry. Thank you very much. We have to say first of all, when a person, your friend is inviting you, my dear friends, could you please join my birthday party? If your friend is inviting you, uttering these words, please join my party tomorrow, my birthday party. You should not directly say, I will not come, or I will not join your birthday party. Instead of that, you should use a very polite way. Thank you. First, you should express your thanks to him for inviting, and then you should decline the invitation. Thank you very much for inviting me, my dear friend, but tomorrow I'm out of station, so really sorry, I cannot join your party. Please don't mind. In a neutral way we can express the declining, or we can, in a neutral way we can decline the invitation. The second expression over here is that, that's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. You have come to my place for inviting me for your marriage tomorrow. So it's, that is very kind of you. But my dear friends, I have some appointment tomorrow, so I cannot come. Or I have some very urgent work tomorrow, or today that I cannot come. Please don't mind. So this is the second way. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. The third expression is, thank you for asking me, but my dear friend, I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I have some urgent work, or I'm not available tomorrow, or I have some appointment, or I am out of station, or I am not well, or I am doctor's appointment, or I have to take someone from my family to the hospital, and that is very urgent. Different causes, different reasons you can show, but in a very polite way, you should, in a very tactful way, you should decline the invitation. But before declining the invitation, you should use some polite expressions like, thank you for asking me, that's very kind of you, thank you very much, in that way. I am very sorry, my friend, I don't think I can come. I can join your party tomorrow. I am very sorry. I am terribly sorry. I am so sorry. I am very sorry. I am so sorry. I am terribly sorry. I don't think I can come, I don't think, or I can't come. I don't think I can come tomorrow. There is a very less possibility of going to join the party. The next expression, fourth expression of neutral way of declining invitation is that, I would like to, but my dear friend, unfortunately, I'm out of station, or I'm under the cloud, my friend. I would like to, but I'm under the cloud, means I'm not well. Or during this pandemic, if you are really quarantined, oh my friend, I am really quarantined. Or I would like to, but I am quarantined, my dear friend, so I can't, please. The next expression, I wish I could, but unfortunately, I'm not well. I'm out of station, or I have examination. I have any other urgent work, so I cannot join you. I wish I could. This is a neutral way, neutral expression of declining invitation. I wish I could come. I'm afraid I have already promised to somebody else. I'm afraid I have already promised to my friend, or I'm afraid I may join. I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. I have already promised to my uncle, my aunt, my brother to see him tomorrow. But thank you very much all the same. Thank you very much for inviting me, for remembering me. you know. So my dear friends, these are the different ways of declining invitation. There are different tactful ways of declining invitations, but directly you should not decline the invitation. Before that, you should express the thanks to the person who is inviting you. Thank you very much, dear friend, or that's a very kind of you, or thank you for asking me, or I am very sorry, or I would like to, but conditional sentence, but conditional expression, but the contradictory. I wish I could. I'm afraid. I have already appointment. I have already promised. So these are the different neutral expressions of declining invitations. After discussing this, we have the formal ways of declining invitation and informal ways of declining invitation. Let us see some informal expressions or informal ways of declining invitation. The very first expression, I would love to, but my dear friend, I may not be available. I am really sorry. I would love to, definitely, I would love to join your birthday party, but I can't come, my dear friend, because my one of my family members is not well, so that is why I can't come. You can give different reasons. Second expression, oh, what a shame, I am going somewhere else. Oh, what a shame. This is a regret feeling expression. This is oh, what a shame, regret feeling expression. Means a person cannot join the birthday party, friend cannot join the party. Why? Because I am going somewhere else. It is urgent, so I am going somewhere else. The third expression, oh, what a shame, I would not be there tomorrow for your birthday party or for any other any other occasion or function. Oh, what a shame, I won't be there tomorrow. Fourth expression, sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. I'm just sorry, I can't. Don't mind, please. But thank you, or thanks a lot, but thanks anyway. This is informally, but thanks anyway for inviting me or remembering me. Or sorry, I can't. These are the informal expressions of declining invitations. If we use these expressions for declining invitation, the person whom you are declining, whose invitation you are declining, will not get much hurt, because when someone invites you, the person expects you to join the occasion, and when you are not going to join the occasion, definitely a person may feel sad or bad. That is why we should use very delicate language, very soft language, very polite language, that will not hurt the person, right, friends? So these are the ways of accepting invitation, declining invitation, giving invitation. There are neutral ways of inviting someone, informal ways of invitation, and formal ways of invitation, as well as there are neutral ways of declining invitation, formal ways of declining invitation, informal ways of declining invitation. So in today's lecture, we have discussed how to accept invitations formally, informally, and in neutral way. And again, we have discussed declining invitations informally, formally, and in a neutral way. So dear friends, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much.